Imagine conquering more territory than Alexander, Caesar, and Napoleon combined. And then, your own people make your body your grave, and even the way you died disappear forever. Genghis Khan died in August 1227. No one outside his inner circle was allowed to know. Anyone who saw the funeral procession, killed. The soldiers who buried him, killed. The second group sent to kill those soldiers, also killed. Not a single person who knew the location was left alive. This is the most successfully hidden secret in human history. Today, you're going to discover why 800 years later, his tomb is still the most forbidden place on Earth, and why 16 million men walking the planet right now are probably his direct descendants. Yet, we can never prove it. So, how did the most powerful man on the planet actually die? Here are the 4 stories the world was told, and every single one was planted on purpose. Version 1. Persian Chronicles. He fell off his horse during a hunt and died of internal bleeding. Version 2. Secret Chinese records. A captured Tangut princess he took as war prize, smuggled a dagger inside her body and castrated and murdered him on their wedding night. Version 3. Mongol oral tradition. He caught a sudden fever or plague while crushing the Xixia kingdom. Version 4 comes from the European travelers. An old arrow wound reopened and he bled to death in his tent. 0 sources agree, and that's exactly what the Mongols wanted. They kept his death secret for months, even from their own generals, because the second the world found out Genghis was dead, the largest empire ever would have collapsed overnight. When he finally died, his body was placed on a simple cart and taken north. Here's what multiple eyewitness accounts agree on, and it's absolutely brutal. Along the 1,000-kilometer funeral route, every human being they passed was slaughtered. Every animal was slaughtered. When they reached the sacred mountains, 2,000 slaves dug the grave. After the burial, 800 cavalry horses were galloped over the site until the ground looked untouched. Then, the 2,000 slaves were massacred by elite guards. Then, those elite guards were massacred by a second death squad. Then, the death squad rode away and vanished into history. Not one person who knew the exact location survived the week. The suspected burial zone is called Ich Korig, the Great Prohibition. For 700 years, it was guarded by death squads that killed trespassers on sight. We're talking 10,000 square kilometers of mountain valleys completely off-limits. Even today, in 2025, huge parts are still classified by the Mongolian military. Satellites show almost 0 roads. Drones get shot down. Foreign archaeologists are banned. The Mongolian people themselves believe digging up Genghis would bring the end of their nation, so the valley stays sealed. Here's where it gets insane. In 2003, geneticists discovered a Y chromosome lineage that exploded across Asia exactly during Genghis Khan's lifetime. Today, roughly 16 million men, 1 in every 200 on Earth, carry it. The math, the geography, the timing. Everything screams Genghis and his close male relatives. But we can't prove it. Why? Because we have 0 DNA from Genghis himself. Not a hair, not a tooth, not a single confirmed bone. We have millions of genetic fingerprints, but the original handprint was deliberately erased from existence. So here's what almost every serious historian now believes happened. Genghis died of natural causes or battle wounds during the Xixia campaign. His generals hid the death, finished the war, then transported the body in total secrecy to a hidden valley in the Khenti Mountains. They buried him with minimal treasure. Mongols didn't believe in grave goods, ordered the total extermination of every witness, and destroyed every written record of the location. His empire lived on for another century, but its founder became a ghost. Genghis Khan pulled off one final conquest. He conquered history itself by making his grave impossible to find. The greatest ruler who ever lived is still out there somewhere, under a mountain that no one is allowed to climb, guarded by a secret older than most countries. So tell me in the comments, should we leave the tomb hidden forever? Or is it time to finally solve the mystery? Best answer gets pinned. If you want more forbidden history the world tries to keep buried, smash subscribe and hit the bell right now. Because next week we will discuss about the lost tomb of Alexander the Great that Greece and Macedonia are fighting to keep secret. I'll see you in the Forbidden Zone.